up, people? Just a precaution, if y'all hear my kids screaming in the background, just ignore them like I do it. Ignore them like me.
Yo. Don't start. No.
All right.
Trying not to, though.
Yes, hold on, y'all. We just got to put the social media. Y'all know how we do. We bringing this from the Twitter Spaces streets.
True.
If they didn't shut us down all the time, we would play music, but
right. Remember that?
Yeah, they used to automatically close the live, y'all. Like, just close it.
Jody already laughing. What's up, Jody?
Hello, Jody. Jody, what's going on? We got a lot to talk about today.
No, we really do.
But the Aces, whew. I'm still kind of in disbelief here.
Oh, that they won? Yeah.
Yeah, but like, y'all don't understand. I'm gonna kind of equate this season that they've had to my freshman year at Rutgers. Except they won it all. Like, I didn't win it.
I shouldn't be laughing. It's just how you said it.
Okay.
But yes.
They won it all.
They turned it around.
They really did turn it around.
At the right time.
And that's what I'm saying. It was like just so much alignment for them. And hopefully we get to break that down on, well, I get to break it down. Let's see if I get to break it down. In a concise and clear way so that everybody understands why this was such a transformative season, you know? Because a lot of things that happened to them kind of like happened to us. We're going to get into that, okay?
We definitely going to get into it.
What else we got for the agenda today? We're going to get into...
We're going to get in also to the business side of all the woes that the Aces have been going through.
For
that
sure.
Trickled into this season. But yet and still, like you said.
For sure.
Happy CBA season is correct.
Yep. CBA still in negotiations. We seeing the ramifications about that. We're going to talk about Kathy getting booed. Because she definitely did.
God damn. And loud.
Yes, very loud. The people stand behind the players, okay? And if Fee got smoked with Kathy, the fans got smoked with Kathy too. Okay? That's how they was giving it up. Okay? That's how they was giving it up. But yeah, we're gonna dive into updates around the CBA. Angel Reese, Victoria's Secret collaboration. We can talk about that. Aaliyah Boston signing some deals off the court. Talk about that. So yeah, let's get into it. Welcome to episode 107 of the 21 Titles Weekly Recap. Haha. Nah, you seen Spin Doc's comment?
I was trying to hold it together. That's I kind of want to leave that up there.
Halloween is upon us. Okay. We have some call to actions with Halloween. Shantae has given me some call to actions. I have not watched Hocus Pocus ever, which I probably get dragged through the streets for.
What?
I don't know. I'm finding out that Hocus Pocus is a real Halloween like staple. Okay. We have a task for y'all though. Y'all have to go back and watch the Halloween Martin episodes because that is what Shantae said to do. Okay. They are classics. But
Hilarious.
but neither here nor there. I wish somebody does dress up as Kathy. That would be pretty funny. Okay. Um very funny. But let's get into it. If you are new here, we come on here every weekend to discuss women's basketball and the business of sports. Our mission is threefold. We are here to expand the visibility of women's sports with a heavy focus on women's basketball. Contrary to popular opinion, me and Shantae were excellent basketball players at a point. Okay. And we bring differing opinions to the table. Sometimes those opinions agree, sometimes they don't. Shantae played Division II. I played Division I basketball and also played at the professional level overseas. So we have an array of knowledge about women's basketball, and that's why we wanted to bring it to the forefront. Secondly, connecting our community to the business of sports, because really, these conversations were not being had when we were developing as student athletes. And as we see with the advent of NIL, business conversations are even more important now than they were before. Okay. And then lastly, really, I feel like this is kind of like the one that scares me the most is introducing technology, Shantae. Because we know you know how we are. We don't like anything new, but hey, we trying to educate our people on the things that we've seen in behind the scenes. Shantae and I have attended a couple conferences that are tech focused, and if you're not into tech, you're doing yourself a great disservice. Okay? And that's why you should be watching us. Okay? So let's get into it. WNBA Finals. Still can't believe it.
Yeah. The Aces won. They're the 2025 WNBA champions. They beat Phoenix 97-86. They swept their ass. Let's start there. They swept their ass.
Yeah.
And that's not what we thought.
Right.
We thought Phoenix was at least going to get at least one, max two.
Correct.
They really could have stole 2 games, as we saw. But before we get into the details of just the game itself, this was the first ever best of 7 series in WNBA history, and I'm hyped about it because I think it went really well.
Right. It did.
It was lit. It was lit. Back to the Aces though, when you talked a little bit about this a couple of minutes ago, the fact that they were 14-14 in August,
yes,
and in 9th place,
yes,
and was facing like some feedback, negative feedback,
a lot of negative
from fans and media, and
yes,
and turned it around.
Yes. A lot of backlash.
A lot.
If y'all don't know, please go follow the 9450. Also, go follow Hoops with Flo on Instagram because she did a lovely kind of recap of the Las Vegas Aces and just what we're talking about right now with the transformative year. A lot of people, we did not have them making it this far, and even like that's why I'm saying I am expressing my sincere just shock because I didn't see this coming at all, especially like after that abysmal loss to Minnesota.
Yeah.
53 points.
That was a nasty loss.
Very nasty loss.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the loss that kind of propelled them um to where they ultimately ended up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's after the game. That's the game that Asia texted everybody right after the game.
Yes.
Basically, I don't remember what she said, but she basically
Like,
was like, "Yeah,
don't come in here unless you should be embarrassed and don't show up if you're not ready to work." Basically, that was the overall message.
correct, correct."
Yeah, Jen. Low key. I was waiting for Jen to come in here. I was, because
Right.
one thing about it, Jen, that's her team. She stay
That's
committed.
that's a that's a fact.
She come in here and be like, I don't know what's going on with them. But it truly is aces versus everybody. And we're gonna get into it, Jen, later today. Are you going to the parade?
Right. Parade about to be lit.
Oh, D lit.
They was already acting a fool in the press game. In the press game conference, so I already know they about to be on timing.
No, they definitely about to be on time. And they should, because like you said, the pendulum swing of the season for them has been I would say historic.
For
Haven't
sure.
seen that.
For sure.
So yeah, the last 28 games of the season, it was 23-5 and finished the season on a 16-game winning streak.
Right.
But I think we should get into like the details of the game. And so, yeah, Satu Sabali was out. You know, she had a concussion. Prayers to Satu Sabali.
Right.
But yeah, coming out the gate, the Aces were not playing around. The Aces were not playing around.
Right.
Brittany was definitely texting me, letting me know that the Aces was out for blood. And when I watched the game, I was like, no, for sure. The fact that the Aces went at least the first quarter with no turnovers told me everything I needed to know, because Phoenix does not play around on defense like we've known all season.
Yeah.
But that's a huge feat, right? I don't even know if they had a turnover in the second quarter. I could be wrong, but I don't even think they had a turnover in the second quarter. You know, then your girl Kalani Brown, she checks in first quarter because Natasha Mack, she gets in some foul trouble. How do you think Kalani performed, considering she only played 7 minutes?
Yeah.
For the season like that.
I mean, Kalani, you know what? I think she did an excellent job. Like coming off the bench cold, not performing at all in the playoffs, and coming in and she grabbed a few rebounds. She had a few boards. Like, there was one where she caught the ball and did like a little power dribble, powered it up. So like she came in and gave them energy. I just wish that they used her more like for this series, like just alone, like, and in the playoffs, like clearly they didn't need her for the first 2 rounds because they got through, which is kind of so crazy to me because the Phoenix Mercury basically beat the two teams that were in the finals last year. right? Like they beat both of them, and then for them to not win is like, oh yeah, she's for sure. She's etched in stone. Okay, but Kalani, I just wish that, because she's a good player. Like, a lot of people forget that Kalani was on the same team in college on Baylor with Nalissa Smith, won the national championship with Kim Mulkey. Okay, Kalani Brown was actually more popular back then than Nalissa Smith, which is kind of crazy. But I expect a big year from Kalani next year. Like, seriously, if she's still with Phoenix. Because the girl is good. She's good. Big body, soft hands as a big. Like, she's left-handed, just like Asia. Like a left-handed big, special. They both got soft hands. Like, obviously, Asia's more mobile than Kalani, but Kalani will back you down and move you out
Which
the
we
way.
saw. That's when she got them. She picked up a quick first foul, real fast, trying to push the hell out of Nalissa Smith. But yeah,
Not
she don't.
sure.
She's a big body, so
Yeah, I like Kalani Brown a lot, and I hope that next year she's more of a piece for them to put into the rotation, because I think she can help them.
absolutely.
You know? For sure.
I agree with your comments. What I also will say on the side of Phoenix, they were struggling to put points on the board. They didn't look settled in their offense at all. There was a lot of standing and looking around. They just really looked disheveled. They weren't running any plays. What I saw oftentimes, because they weren't running any plays and looking over the place, the shot clock would be like damn near running out, and they're forced to take a ugly, nasty shot that they didn't plan to. Which is something we didn't really see from them, not only in this series but in playoffs, in this year's playoffs.
Right. Nah, for sure.
We're gonna get into that too, Jim.
They diverted from what got them to the finals. Like, the defense in the last game was just not there. And it was droughts, scoring droughts, like, and the Aces were just on. Like, game 4, everybody was shooting lights out. Like,
yes.
The series, when they were hitting threes, they hit 9 threes in the first half. Okay, like, you had Drew Lloyd hit a 3, Dana Evans hit a 3, Chelsea Gray hit a 3, Kristen Bell hit a 3 in the series. Like, in that series when they all like were hitting threes, everybody was on. So it's like there's nothing you can do about that when they shooting like that. But then again, we seen in the fourth quarter them make a comeback, and they made a comeback. They weren't hitting shots, and then we seen what a real basketball player does. Chelsea Gray showed up.
She did.
Jackie Young showed up.
She did. Them 3.
Already Asia Big Body Wilson, she showed up.
She did.
Man.
I will say this too. Coach Tibbetts should not have been ejected from that game. Like, he shouldn't have been ejected.
Right. No,
that was crazy. It's the last.
Yeah.
This is the final game of this best of 7 series. not only did he didn't do anything crazy to get those double texts.
Yeah, to get consecutive double texts, he didn't do nothing crazy, because we've seen coaches get crazy this year already. Like from Cheryl Reeve get
I'm about to say
crazy
Cheryl.
to Tyler Marsh get crazy because he ran down,
Right.
right? Like, remember he ran down on the ref? He ran down on the ref, ran down on the plug twice. Okay? So like for him, she was just fed up. The ref was fed up. First and foremost, he was like mad close to her, so he probably spit on her, and she was just like,
Wait, come on again.
He was fed up. She was fed up, and then he, as Nate Tibbs was walking off the court, he looked at the other ref, and the other ref
Like,
was like,
yo, like, what's up? And he was just like, don't
like,
come.
nah, I don't. That's not me. That's crazy.
No, that was out of control. I don't agree with that call. What else I wanted to say? Well, at least one, because we're gonna get into the Aces, but the Mercury also had a hell of a season. Nobody, predicted that they would have been in the finals. Kalia Copper really showed up.
Yeah.
In game 4. She came out aggressive. For the most part, she stayed aggressive. Going to the basket. I think she ended with 30. I think she was the most consistent player for game 4. AT showed frustration throughout. I hope she's okay because of her shoulder.
Yeah, when AT went down, I was like, ew.
Yeah. I was like,
I'm like, they already be running with the storyline about her shoulders. We know she's been playing with her injured labrums for the past 2 decades. All right, we know.
Yeah.
Come up with another storyline, please.
Right. Right.
Like, what?
But let me see how many turnovers. I need to see how many turnovers the Mercury had. They had 18.
Yeah, they were just coughing the ball up.
Coughing the ball up to Aces 7.
Yes.
Under 10, right? The under 10 rule.
Yes.
That's what happened. But yeah, because of how the Aces played, and then Jewel Lloyd contributed, which we'll get into as well. Dana Evans contributed. They was just clicking on all cylinders, and they was out for blood. They was ready to end it in Phoenix, and they did. It's that simple.
Which is very hard to do. I'm gonna
very hard. Back to back games.
First and foremost, a lot of people don't realize they started the series coming off of a game 5. They played Indiana. In OT. Remember, they wanted.
They had to kind of scrap. Yeah, I forgot about that. 3-2.
They had to scrap and then come back. So like, Phoenix got the rest. And did that play against them? Getting the rest? I don't know.
I
don't know, but it just seems like the Aces were rolling on momentum. Like, we just won off of this. Yo, they rolled off of momentum. Okay? Like, the big 3 obviously showed up, but the bench was big for... Yes, the bench. What do people mean when they say Jewel Lloyd is better off the bench? Is that a real thing? Well, yes, it is. And let me just say, this is what you call a pivotal coaching change. Okay, so let me just give y'all some context. So last year, when the Liberty won, the WNBA finals. I happened to be at the game 1, I believe, when they started the playoffs. Before that game, they made a coaching switch. Sandy made a switch in the lineup, a lineup switch. And everybody was like, what? She changed Phoebich for Courtney Vandersloot. And this is how I know a lot of the media weren't basketball players. This
I remember that
switch,
now. Now that you're talking, yes, go ahead.
This switch allowed me to know that a lot of the media members were not basketball players, because it was about matchups. Okay? The same thing happened this year with Becky Hammon. Okay? So let me tell you, 25 games into the season. So we're going to talk about, this is going to just kind of spiral into me talking about the bench of the Aces and why they were such a big supporting cast for them winning this championship, right? And also, Nalissa Smith, she wasn't off the bench. She was a starter when she came over. We're going to talk about her too, because she was a big piece, because they acquired her this year from Indiana. Okay? These were all new pieces, and they all did a great thing. So I guess I'm going to start with Jewel, okay, for Jen. Becky Hammon, July 27th is when she made the switch to put Drew Lloyd on the bench and put Kristen Bell in the starting lineup. Okay? Drew Lloyd was practically begging Becky Hammon to come off the bench. Remember that, Shantae? She was asking her, and Becky Hammon was like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Like, she was questioning this. But because they have such a good relationship, Becky was like, you know what? If you asking me for this, then it must mean, then you must see something that I'm not seeing. First game she comes off the bench, she scores 20 points. She hits 6 for 10. I believe she hit 5 threes that game. Okay? 2 games after that is when they went on their streak. Because Jewel coming off the bench kind of like was like an equalizer. She got a chance to be the star player for the second team, essentially. So you got Jackie and Chelsea and Asia in the first team, right? And then Jewel coming off the bench with Dana, right? Aaliyah Nye sometimes, right? I wanted to give her props too, because she came into the season and I don't think anybody really expected her to contribute. Old girl said, oh, okay. All right. Even though we didn't see her in the playoffs, she was a big piece of why they went on the 16-0 run as well.
Yes. Yes. When they couldn't buy a bucket,
Aaliyah Nye was out there shooting, okay, and not scared at all. Like, that's one thing when you come in as a rookie, a lot of people, like, you defer to the stars on the team, you defer to everybody because you're trying to learn. But one thing that I've learned is, like, you still got to come in there and have like I'm gonna come in here and kill. I don't care who you are. I don't care if I'm a rookie or not. I'm coming to bust y'all know the rest. Right? Jewel Lloyd she just had to be reminded of her greatness, really. That's what this was, because also too, that's the measure of a great coach. I heard in one of the presses, I think it was after game 1, Asia said, Becky Hammon showed us pictures of ourselves from high school and college. to remind us of ourselves and how we've gotten to this point. Okay? Y'all remember Drew Lloyd, Notre Dame, Big East Freshman of the Year, 2013? That's before Notre Dame went to the ACC. Right before. Because when she went to the ACC, she was two-time ACC tournament MVP. Okay? Drew Lloyd's been that chick. There's a reason why Kobe named her Gold Mamba. Okay? She just been on like a little skid, but that's what happens. Sometimes you got to go through the struggle. So like her coming off the bench this year was her confidence. She needed that confidence to see that she could lead and help lead the team, because she wasn't, her efficiency in the first half of the year, terrible. I don't know what they did to her over at Seattle before she got to Las Vegas, but that 1 year in Seattle in 2024 when she was with Skylar and NECA, it was a lot of stuff happening, right? Y'all gotta remember, before she got traded, she requested that trade. Before that, she opened up an investigation and filed a complaint against the coaches, against Noel Quinn, Ebony Hoffman, Pokey Chapman, Peter Wong. And then they came back and said they didn't find anything going on.
Yeah.
And that had us in the streets like side-eyeing Jewel, like, yo.
Yeah. She
Jewel,
had a rough 2 years. I would say rocky. I'm not gonna say it was rocky.
Right. She filed a complaint talking about harassment and bullying during games in the practice, and everybody was like, what?
And that's when we started seeing like the tweets and the conversations being about, oh, she's trash, with the average, I'm not the average watcher, but like people that haven't watched women's basketball, that may have just started watching women's basketball and are not familiar with Drew Lloyd, just went based off her poor performance. They just happened to catch her at a bad time. But that's not who she was, for sure. She was just in a rough patch.
Correct. And that happens in sports. If y'all, like, many a times I've had shooting struggles. I remember there was one stretch I went 4 games, I shot 3 for 17. Yo, Coach Stringer was looking at me crazy. Like, what you gotta do? Yes, they did not. Vegas fans were definitely questioning, like, Gold Mamba, what are y'all talking about? But if y'all go back and see, like, Drew Lloyd was a big reason why Seattle won them championships in 2018 and 2020. Big reason. Okay? Very, very big reason. So, like, I think, she had to just channel that energy, right? She came into game 4, the puffer jacket, like the Kobe puffer.
Yeah, it was a lot of moving and shaking.
I mean,
Vegas at the beginning of, we're going to get in the front office, but
correct. I mean, that too was a big piece, right? That's why y'all got Drew Lloyd, because y'all traded Kelsey Plum away. All right. That was on February 1st. February 1st, 2025, a 3-team trade. The Seattle Storm announced that they acquired number 2 pick and the rights to Olympian center Lee Uru. The Storm also received Las Vegas's first-round pick in 2026. In exchange, The Aces received Drew Lloyd along with the 13th pick of the 2025 draft. Los Angeles received Kelsey Plum, the Storm's number 9 pick of the 2025 draft, and the Storm's 2026 second-round draft pick. Yo, they gave away a lot of draft picks to get.
But mind you,
Drew.
Right. On top of, also remember in 2025, they lost their first round pick because of the scandals that happened with Becky and De'Erica. So keeping all of that in mind, it seemed like they were at a big deficit.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. I think at the moment, Seattle has 3 first-round picks in 2026 for the draft. Okay. But, yeah, Las Vegas lost his 2026 first-round pick to Seattle because they got Drew Lloyd. And I don't think, until the Alyssa Smith trade, they didn't have a first-round pick until 2028. So, y'all know, like 16 games in, Alyssa Smith got traded to the Aces this year. Okay? Which is crazy. But Drew Lloyd definitely showed up for y'all. Like, I can't say that Drew Lloyd didn't show up. I know there was a lot of hate being thrown Drew's way, but she showed up. Game 1, 18 points, right, in the finals. Game 2, she had 9. Game 3, she had 16. And game 4, she had 12. So, Gold Mamba definitely showed up. Okay? She definitely showed up when she needed to. So, sometimes coming off the bench is a better move for someone like her. Like, that really worked for Drew. Buckets. She could get buckets on her own. Old girl was averaging 20-something points her rookie year. Y'all gotta remember she was the 15 rookie of the year, I believe. And none of these, y'all gotta realize too, this is why they're professional basketball players. Like, none of them are whack. Like, even going into like Dana Evans, like, a lot of people was talking crazy about Dana Evans when she came from the sky on the Aces, talking about she's whack, she's this, she's that. Look, I don't think she really got an opportunity to really showcase herself when Teresa Weatherspoon was there at Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they was trying to figure it out over there. It was getting crazy. But Dana Evans been a bucket, and y'all two got to realize Dana Evans was a part of the 2021 Chicago Sky team that won a championship.
Mm-hmm.
She was a part of the team with Kalia, with Candace, with Courtney Vandersloot, with all these players. So, girl got experience.
She came there with a chip
on her shoulder.
Big chip.
Okay?
Big chip.
Like, and this just goes to show that people don't ever do their research. They just it's just clickbait. Okay? Dana Evans been a bucket. Okay? Went to Louisville. First of all, let me just give y'all a little rundown, because this rundown was crazy when I found this out. Okay? She made the freshman All-ACC team as a freshman. Then her second year, she became the ACC 6th Player of the Year.
She said that wasn't enough, though.
Then after that, she became the ACC Player of the Year. Not once, but twice. Okay? Back to back, junior and senior year, ACC Player of the Year. That's crazy.
Talk about it.
That's
Because
crazy. Okay?
that's hard to do.
That's very hard to do. To lead a conference, let alone a conference like the ACC. Y'all out of your mind. I also wanted to tell y'all, just to show y'all that I was also a baller. I found out that she was the 2019 Paradise Jam MVP. Okay, Paradise Jam was one of those tournaments, early season tournaments in basketball, like for the beginning of the year around Thanksgiving. I was the 2009 Paradise Jam MVP. Okay, like, to be an MVP of any tournament is prestigious. Killing. She scored over 3,000 points in high school. She's 5'6".
Big heart though. Plays like she's 6'5". And that's really
what?
Plays like she's 6'5".
What? I take a player like Dana Evans over a 6'5", 6'4", lazy, whatever, any day. Okay? First and foremost, she's talking trash to AT on the court. What? You ain't moving nobody out the way. Excuse me? Yo, old girl said, I came to play. I remember she was talking to Holly after game 1, because game 1 is when she lit Phoenix up. 21 points. All right? 8 for 13 from the field. 5 or 6 from the three-point line. She had 4 steals. And I play D. I'm going to get up with... yeah. I'm going to get up in it.
Yeah. Both ends of the floor.
Okay? If you're not a two-way player right now, then you shouldn't be playing sports. Or you shouldn't be playing basketball. Because playing defense is the fastest way to get on the court. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Okay? But also the girl can shoot. She can shoot. All right? And she didn't have no turnovers that game. What? Do y'all know how hard it is to be a point guard and control the flow of the game? Yo. Okay? Even game 4, she had 10 points. Came off the bench smoking.
And that's how you contribute. She knows.
Like, everybody showed up in the moment. That's the crazy joint. Also, too, what was underrated? Drew Lloyd was rebounding.
Yes.
Did you see that?
She was being a rebounding girl. I'm like, if not tap it, you took the rebound on out. Yeah. Let's just get this done. Let's wrap this up. That was the energy. Let's wrap it up tonight. We don't gotta go back to Vegas for this. Let's do this now. They was out for blood.
Wrap it up. Okay.
Yeah. Not playing around.
Look, and that's what I love to see, like the underdog stories. Cause she's definitely an underdog. Okay.
She is.
She an underdog. And I like, cause she be talking trash on the court too. Talking smack. She remind me, she got the spirit of Shannon Bobbitt.
She does have the spirit of Shannon Bobbitt.
She got that spirit. Okay.
Yeah.
And then another piece, Nalissa Smith. People counted Nalissa Smith out. I'm going to be honest, because she wasn't having the year that she was supposed to be having at Dallas. Okay? So let's just recap this, y'all. When did Nalissa Smith arrive at the Aces? I believe when they were 8-8 is when she arrived. Okay? They needed, so I'm gonna say that at the time, because the Aces weren't scoring like that, they were having some like trouble. This is when, right, Drew Lloyd is in the starting lineup. They're trying to figure it out, and everybody's trashing Kia Stokes because Kia Stokes can't score, and Asia needs help, essentially. This is why I feel like they got Alyssa Smith. They had they lacked depth on the front court end, and they needed somebody to help her offensively. Okay, so Alyssa Smith, again, y'all two gotta realize all these girls too, Drew Lloyd, Dana Evans, and Alyssa Smith, they all McDonald's All-Americans. let's talk about that. McDonald's All-Americans, all three of them. So when people talking about bums and stuff like that, like, I hate when people just be talking because it's your first year watching women's basketball. Okay? So yes, the Las Vegas Aces acquired Alyssa Smith in a trade with the Dallas Wings for a 2027 first-round draft pick. So they have a 2027 first-round draft pick, the Aces. It says they haven't had a first-round pick in 3 years because they gave them all away. But Alyssa Smith was also a big deal. All right. I forget. Hold on. I got to go to her stats, y'all. I didn't put her stats here. I'm sorry. But she showed up big. I'm going to be honest, too. Like, Alyssa showed us her growth when she got to the Aces. Because she wasn't really like a offensively inclined player, if you want to say. Like, on Indiana, I think she just kind of like, she was the scrappy player that kind of like just got rebounds and kind of putbacks and kind of, just being a energy player. But with the Wings, when she got traded to the Wings, I think she kind of felt that was like a blindside getting traded to the Wings. But old girl came in and did what she needed to do. That's why they traded her during the season, traded for her. When they were playing like barbecue chicken, hot garbage. Yeah, I mean, that's why this is such a great thing, though, right? Like, it showed you, like, this team is probably going to go down in history. Like, they already established themselves. They established themselves today as a dynasty because of this win, like this finals. Nobody's seen them going from number 9 to number 2. Nobody's seen that they was going to go on a 16-0 winning streak to end the season. I mean, we already knew Asia was going to dominate, right? But them putting it together like that, like, Chelsea Gray showed why. I'm gonna say it. She showed why she was the point guard. Yeah, they will say that. But it's the pedigree. I know plenty of players that came from New York that weren't McDonald's All-Americans. But do you know who was in our class during McDonald's All-American? Tina Charles, Epiphany Prince. Like, If I was in any other class but theirs, I probably would have been a McDonald's All-American. Like, it's a privilege to be that. Like, those girls are good. Whoever puts that thing on is a good player. I don't care if they say you overrated or not. You a good player if they doing their due diligence to select you for that game, bro. Or any All-Star game, the Jordan Brand game, the Allen Iverson game, like any of these All-Star games at the end of the year, like if you get selected for anything like that, you're the goods. Right? I mean, you're not, and anyway, you're not supposed to be worried about rankings anyway. Like, as a developing student athlete, just know rankings. What matters is when you get on the court, what did you do? I don't care about no rankings. Bring your game, not your name, man. That's what they used to say to us all the time. Bring your game, not your name. All right, so like this supporting cast was big for the Aces. And it's big for any championship team because you already know who's going to show up. It's always the supporting cast. Dana Evans, Drew Lloyd, game 1. Evans, 21. Drew Lloyd, 18. Like, what? Game 2, Asia hits the game winner. That was a crazy. I need that picture in my office. That picture of her hitting the shot, attempting the shot with 2.2 seconds left. Fire. Yeah, coaches don't care about the stars, man. Mm-hmm. They care about your discipline, your work ethic, like your character, those things. They don't care about no rankings. Because they'll take somebody that's not ranked all day if they going to out-hustle you every time. Because hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. That's... If you don't work hard, it's over for you. Especially when you move up in levels. Like, you think people slouching at the D2 level? Go to a D2 practice. You'll see. What? Like, these kids be undermining these other places. JUCO, go to a JUCO practice. Go to a practice. If you think you too big for that, go sit at a practice and see how hard these kids be working to keep their scholarships. Because I'm gonna be honest, right now for high schoolers, y'all path to get into college, whoo. I'm trying to say, I just seen something Austin told me the other day. G Leaguers are getting a chance to go to college from overseas. I heard there's a freshman that's about to be 22 years old from overseas. They graduating at 25 now. 26, Bobby Boucher.
All right. Enough. It's done.
All right, y'all. I'm done. Shantae has to take me off. I'm done. Yeah. But really, y'all, the role of the supporting cast is going to tell you everything you need to know about that team. And them ladies, Dana Evans, Drew Lloyd, Nalissa Smith, they need their own individual flowers for showing up. Okay? Shantae also had an opportunity to go back and look at a few things of Aces versus everybody. Mm-hmm. They was talking greasy on there, Shantae?
They were. But before we get into that, I just wanted to highlight major, I guess, records that were set in game 4. that final game. So Asia had 31 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 block shots, and 2 steals. And there's only been 5 games in WNBA history where someone did all of that in one game, and that other person is Candace Parker. Okay. And Candace did that twice, and Wilson did it all 3 of the other times. Wow. This is also like the woman, I'm talking about Asia, that a lot of media members, not a lot, but people were saying, should she be MVP? You know, so just piggybacking off what you said earlier, and there shouldn't be any debate at this point whether she should have got MVP. She was definitely, it's well deserved. On another note, Asia Wilson, she moved past Candace Parker for number 3 on the WNBA's all-time playoff scoring list with her 31 points. Who she passed Basketball Hall of Famer Tamika Catchings also on Friday. Also wanted to give flowers to Jackie Young. The way Jackie Young has showed up for the Aces, not only this season, but even last season, when it's playoff time, Jackie has continuously gotten better every year and looks hella confident every game and every year. So also want to highlight, because you mentioned game 2 earlier, just the fact that she had 21 points in a quarter this series is the most in a single quarter of a WNBA finals game. Also, after game 1 of the semifinals of the Fever, because yes, you mentioned like the Aces, they won that series, but they had to kind of scrap for that. They won the series 3-2. But after that, I saw something saying like Asia was actually disappointed in game 1 of that series because she didn't show up how she wanted to. She ended with 16 points, but she knew that wasn't enough. So after that, after she made that public statement, she went and averaged 27.3 points on 47.9 shooting percent for the rest of the way. The series, the next series, she wasn't playing around. Postseason stat leader, Asia Wilson with 26.8 points. Postseason stat leader for blocks, Asia Wilson with 2.5.
Wow.
I just also wanted to highlight that. And again, this is all before she turns 30.
Yeah.
So, yes, now we're going to get into Aces versus everybody. I think it's important just to talk about, like, and I saw Jen talk about it, just how the Aces fans was kind of nervous.
Yeah.
At the top of the season, they had reason to be nervous. You coming off conversations about the De'Erica Hamby situation. That's still ongoing. So that's trickled into this season. Like we talked about earlier, rather you talked about earlier, just all the pieces the Aces were trying to get, and the first round picks that, or just the picks that they're losing in 2026. They lost that also in 2025 because of what happened with the De'Erica Hamby situation. So that was also something that they were concerned about, what fans were concerned about. And then you have the 100K bonus investigation, which we haven't heard anything about.
Yeah.
And funny enough, they're about to get their other 100K this season. Like, they're going to still get it. So they got 100K last season. They're about to get 100K this season. Still don't know what's going on with that. So, like, the Aces just was going through a lot from 2024 into 2025. Then you had the front office criticisms, especially because they were supposed to, like, they were expected to dominate this season after losing last year. They didn't win a championship last year.
Right.
They thought they was going to three-peat last year. Didn't get it done. And then they parted ways with their general manager. It was a lot of stuff. They parted ways with the general manager, and then big trades like you and Jim were talking about. Kelsey Plum left. We got Jewel. Then Kate Martin. free agent, went
Right.
to the Valkyries.
Because
Then
she
you
got.
had Sid.
Mm-hmm.
She, left in free agency, went to Indiana. Then,
Yeah.
like you just talked about, you got Dana Evans coming in. Then Tiffany Mitchell came in for a little bit before she got traded to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cheyenne Parker. So that left a lot of fans confused. And then you had people getting cut. We forgot about Liz Kitley. Liz Kitley comes, she gets cut.
Right.
She gets cut. Tiffany gets traded. I forgot about Deasia Fair. That's another thing. You
Yeah.
had the rookies coming in trying to make the team.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal Bradford,
Yeah.
Harmony Turner, Deja Kelly. So they went
Yeah.
through a lot. Um, they went through a lot. And then Tyler Marsh leaving. And
Yeah. Becoming the
Natalie.
coach for Chicago.
So
Yeah.
it was a lot
Yeah.
of movement. Within the last year and a half. So to your point, like for them to come out on top as 2025 champions, it needs to really be studied. You're right. This season was a pivotal season that will be studied in the near future. I'm sure of it. Also, talking a little bit about Mark Davis is funny because Brittany and I talked about. If you haven't subscribed to the 9450, make sure that you do, because on Beyond the 9450, we definitely have discussed like WNBA franchises, how they came about, how much they was paid for, like purchased for. But with Mark Davis, it's important to note that the Aces are actually one of a few franchises that share ownership with another pro sports team. Obviously, we have Las Vegas and the Oakland Raiders, but then you have the Sparks and the Dodgers. That's a thing, but it's not many. And so, yeah, Mark Davis, he became the owner of the Aces in 2021. He purchased them for $2 million in 2021, which is a steal. Like, it's a steal.
I still can't believe that he got him for $2 million.
Yeah, not to mention he's also an owner of the Raiders. So like the man
he got bread.
He's pissing bread.
He did, but he also too, like, what makes this so significant is that once he purchased the team, he also thoroughly immediately invested and said, hey, we're gonna make a practice facility for you ladies. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm gonna come out my pocket, put up $40 million to create your own practice facility for y'all.
Yes.
Out the jump.
Correct. As he should have. He's definitely active. He's outside. And because of the effort and the money that he has put into this organization, and Brittany and I have talked about this before, the valuations, that's important to note. In 2024, Las Vegas Aces, they had a valuation of about 140 million. As of today, their valuation's at 290, almost 3, if not 300 million. So that's a 150-fold increase from when he purchased the team.
Yeah, crazy.
That is a sick ROI, and it's going to continue to increase.
Yeah, when he sells the Vegas Aces, when he locks in that profit, that realized profit. But he's seen the vision. We need more owners like Mark Davis. He's seen the vision, right? Because then Mark Davis allowed for the size to come in, right? Like they understand, right? What's the dude at Phoenix? Matt Ishbia. Yes. He came in and was like, "Yeah, we're gonna do a facility for y'all too." Like that matters, yo. Like even with the Connecticut Sun Sale, with the state of Connecticut coming in there, they said we will build y'all a freaking facility if y'all let us purchase this team.
Yeah.
Like that facility that's needed for these professional athletes right now. It is an absolute necessity. It's not something that should be optional anymore. Should be mandatory. They have the resources and facilities that they need to just maximize their full potential. Like has to be done. Has to be done.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, at this point there's no debate or conversation about it. But then also wanted to give a shout out and give flowers to Asia Wilson, because obviously we know the type of run that she was on this year, with one hell of a resume, obviously. But off the floor, I think it's also important to highlight just her achievements that and all of the things in which she has done this year. You know, in 2024, after Caitlin Clark's Nike signature shoe deal was announced, a lot of people was like, okay, what's up with Asia? Like she's done enough in the league. She's contributed to like the growth of the league. What about Asia? And Asia remained silent. She remained quiet. She continued to work on the sneaker behind closed doors. And in May 2024, that's when she announced her signature sneaker with Nike. And just the rollout of that sneaker has been amazing. We don't know how much revenue she has brought in from the sneaker, but what we do know is that, you know, the first colorway, the pink colorway, sold out in 5 minutes. And she has literally helped Nike's quarterly report. So she's been doing great off the floor, and that also should be highlighted. So the Aces have had one hell of a year, 2 years. But like we've mentioned, the fact that they have managed to still, you know, turn it around after again being at 500 in August and finding a way to swing, like the pendulum swing is ridiculous. It needs to be studied, and it will be studied. Yeah, Jewel Lloyd, 10-0 in finals games. That's y'all all that trash I was talking is crazy. The fact that she can sit here and say she's 10-0.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
And oh,
that's crazy.
She been there 10 times. There's people that can't say that.
And she's won. She's golden. She's perfect like Mike.
Yeah. Y'all crazy. Can't say nothing to her. Y'all can't say nothing to her.
Yeah. Jewel, she knew what she was doing when she wore that Kobe puffer. She knew it.
Yeah, of course.
Mamba mentality. Okay, yeah. Mamba mentality.
Yeah, it's going to be one to keep and remember, because this season was a good one. Shouts to the Las Vegas Aces. Y'all definitely have deserved it. Y'all earned it. That's all I got for them. Yeah. Just great season. Great turnaround. Turnaround at the right time. Facts. Shouts to the Las Vegas Aces. They are a dynasty. Also.
Yes.
3 titles in 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Put them up there with the links in the comments.
In the comments. Put them up correct. There. So there's no debate. There's no debate about who Asia Wilson is. I don't want to hear nothing about who the MVP should be. Also, I want to give a nasty award out to ESPN, because I felt like it was disgusting that they released their 2026 WNBA winner prediction, as well as their 2026 MVP prediction, that being Nafisa Collier, and that's no disrespect to Fee because we love Fee. But I'm again nasty award to ESPN because the very next day, not even 24 hours after the Aces won their third championship, ESPN releases that. I think that was done in poor taste. I think that was nasty. I think there was another agenda actually behind it. I'll go so far as to say that. And I'm not an Aces head. I have no skin in, like no fight in this in that. It's just to see that was nasty. And how do we even get there? How do we get there? How do you get there? How do you say fee? How do we get there? Seriously. Very poor taste. So ESPN gets a nasty award. Also, Kathy got booed. Let me pull that up. Because I like that. Because I'm tired of it. Good for her. Good for her.
They sure did boo her every second they got. Oh, Lord.
We're here today to celebrate a champion. Thank you to all the fans. Phoenix had a great run to get here. And I just want to congratulate the Aces on a performance. 2025 WNBA chip.
Yeah.
Boo left and right. Okay.
And gave her the middle. Jody said they gave her the middle finger. And you know what? I like that energy. I like it. I like it. Looking like the Riddler is correct. Yeah, the green, she looks like a nemesis. Yes,
she
that's
just
correct.
Needed the question mark, Drake.
Yes. That is accurate. Jody said, which is why the station was scrambling to try to blur the screen, LOL, which came across as a glitch on our screens. Exactly. And you know what? I like that energy. I like it. This may be the last game we see for a while. Like CBA negotiations are still happening. October 30th or 31st is right around the corner. It's in 2 weeks. Obviously, like Brittany and I mentioned, if in fact that they can't settle on their what they're negotiating, they can extend it, I think, for an additional 6 months. But if not, we're heading towards a lockout. So I hope everybody enjoyed this season. I know we did. But we don't know what the future looks like. I think we're headed toward a lockout. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I like the fact that the fans boo Kathy. That's the energy we need. Jody said, and if the Phoenix fans stayed after the loss just to make sure they booed, I love them for that. Right. I love it too. I love it. We need more of it. But again, nasty award to ESPN. I really want to say it again. Disgusting. It's nasty. There's really no reason behind it other than that's hate.
Yeah.
That's hate. That's hate. You're a hater. I gotta see who wrote that article. I gotta see who wrote it. Hold on.
That is hate. That is hate.
Doug Greenberg. Nasty. Nasty. Yeah. So shouts to the Aces. Will the lockout impact the seniors come out of college? That's a great question. It potentially can, and it will. Yes, it will. That's a great question, Jen. It will. Shouts to Unrivaled. Yes, they want to see a new face so bad because what did we say? They had voters fatigue. Yeah, that's what it is. They're tired of seeing the same people win. But that can affect the rookies. It can affect the seniors coming out. I'm very interested in seeing what Unrivaled decides to do. And what other people create because of what may be a void. So that's what we had for WNBA news. That was a long segment, but we got quite a lot. Make sure that you catch that on replay. If you missed it, make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms. Thank y'all for tapping in with us this Sunday. But we are now going to move on to the business of sports news that we have left. So I know Jen asked questions about the viewership. They did release some numbers. Games 1 and 3 were on ESPN, and Game 2 was on ABC. Friday night's Game 4 was on ESPN. And at 1.5 million viewers, the series through 3 games was averaging 13% more viewers than last year. That makes it the most viewed series through Game 3s since 2000. A Game 2 sweep that posted 54 million viewers. The playoffs as a whole have averaged 1.2 million viewers, a 14% increase from last year. Last year's Game 5 overtime thriller between the Liberty and the Lynx averaged 2.2 million viewers, the largest audience for a finals game since 2000. The inaugural 1997 championship game holds the record for the most viewed finals game at 2.8 million viewers on NBC. I would have to see what the numbers look like. I don't know if they release like the numbers from Friday.
Oh, they're gonna come out though. Probably this upcoming week. Excuse me.
Yeah, Rival definitely will be in Philly. It's gonna be good.
Yep, they said that they was gonna go on the road, and here we are. They're gonna do one day in Philly. I believe it's on January 20th.
Okay.
I think
I didn't see the date.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Moving on, we talked about CBA negotiations a little while ago, but just to swing it back around, there's been some updates with multiple sources stating that allegedly that the WNBA's latest proposal does not include a supermax salary at or exceeding $1 million in the first year of the deal. The league's proposal is allegedly $850,000 as a supermax, and a veteran minimum hovering over $300K. Just to give y'all some context, the league's current supermax is $249,244, while the veteran minimum is $78,831.
Right.
Also, the league has denied proposing a fixed salary model not tied to WNBA revenue, but the latest model offered by the league is similar to the current CBA, which we talked about before, in which revenue sharing is triggered only if league revenue exceeds certain targets. You also mentioned to me, Brittany, that because in the article that we read, they talked about the 2022 capital raise.
Right.
Brittany and I discussed that really briefly before. And what resulted from that capital raise by Kathy Engelbert back in 2022 was that 16% of the stake went to like investors. What was it? 42% or something like that went to the NBA, and then another 42% stayed with the W.
Yeah.
And so I think part of what we talked about before, after doing some research, was that Kathy figured this would be a great idea to raise this money because it would help with marketing efforts. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. However, obviously there's pros and cons. One of the cons being now ownership stake is between three bodies. It's the W, it's the NBA, then it's those other stakeholders. And they, in the article, they talk about how the WNBA is severely undervalued, which we already knew, because when the media rights deal came out, what they had them valued as, it was an extremely low number.
It was like $2 billion or something like that, and we were like, it's more like 10.
Yeah, extremely low. Long story less long. I'm just glad more people are having these conversations and doing some deep diving. And I got sidetracked, but yeah, Brittany let me know that Stewie somewhere on some platform during some interview asked like what happened to the $75 million that was raised in 2022 by that capital raise. And guess what? Nobody really knows what happened to that $75 million.
Right.
It seems like nobody knows. I'm wondering if the WNBA really kept accurate books. I'm not gonna lie. I'm wondering if they really was keeping books. I don't know. Accurate ones?
No.
I don't know.
Probably not, because really nobody cared.
Yeah, open the books. Open the books.
Open the books. Let's see.
Open the books.
This is why stuff should be on blockchain, so we can see.
Yeah, if it was on blockchain, yeah, we would see where that money went.
Where your transactions went.
What fake wallet Kathy had?
Right.
Yeah. Somebody, no, that's funny, Jen. Somebody putting gas in their yacht right now. Shit. 75 million, you for sure putting some gas in that goddamn yacht. But yeah, hopefully it comes up. But that's an update with the CBA negotiations. I hope that those women stand firm in what they know they deserve. And we're going to see how long it takes. Moving on. I think we talked about this before too, Brittany. We talked about LeBron and Maverick Carter talking about starting a new international basketball league. I feel like they announced this over 6 months ago. But there's updates with that. So there's no official name of the International Basketball League, but they're calling it Project B. If you're not familiar, it's an international basketball league that's aiming to disrupt the sport. It's going to be starting, or rather launching, next fall. It's going to be a 5-on-5 men's and women's basketball league. Some of the investor group includes Sloane Stephens, Candace Parker, Alana Beard, Lauren Jackson. That's just to name a few people. But I'm sorry, I got sidetracked by Jen's comment. But a spokesperson for Maverick Carter, he was like heavily involved in it. Now he's not involved in it at all. But despite that, Project B is still on track. Alana Beard actually is the basketball officer for Project B. And I didn't know she was so heavy into business. She actually joined a venture capital firm after she retired. And she was a senior associate at SVB Capital.
Okay.
And so with the venture starting in the fall, it's going to be competing directly with the NBA's calendar, but possibly not the WNBA, which plays in the summer. They asked Adam Silver how he felt about, this league. And he said, to the extent they're looking to do something competitive, I've stayed away. Obviously, that's their right. If they choose to form a league, I know firsthand it's not easy running a league, but competition is good. It keeps everyone on their toes. Project B has not yet announced who's going to play in the league, but a sports person for the venture says that they have secure commitments from some of the game's most respected athletes, including one current WNBA player the league will not name yet. I really want to know who that is. I want to make a guess, but I really don't know.
It got to be somebody who's invest heavy.
But the fact I'm gonna just say it. I think it's Asia Wilson, and I could be wrong. The reason why, and I could be completely wrong, but like just her relationship with LeBron,
right?
I don't know. Rich Paul, like, even though Rich Paul's not part of this, like, but just her relationship with them, it may be her. Right. Who knows? Yes. They're about to do it for soccer too, Jen. Actually, it's funny you say that. So they're starting off with basketball, but they're planning on like tapping into all sports. So soccer being one of them.
Nice.
And they've sought out $5 billion in funding. We don't know how much they actually gathered from that funding, but I'm sure that they reached their goal. So yeah, this is another option for players to look into, which is cool. They ain't gotta, I love it. We getting innovative.
Look, I always love competition because that means more jobs for more basketball players. So, and more jobs in the basketball ecosystem. So, let's get it.
Yo, Jen's on a roll.
She is. Jen, you on type of time today. But we love
She
it.
is. I love it. Moving on, Angel Reese. Shouts to Angel Reese. Again, killing it in the business streets. She is now the first professional athlete to be walking in a Victoria's Secret fashion show. I think that's tough. At 23 years old, the girl is literally killing the game, the business sports game. She's killing the game.
Right. She was the perfect athlete to capitalize on this new emergence of NIL and
yes,
how she's catapulted that into her professional career. It's been awesome to see.
Exactly. She carves her own lane. Can't be mad at that. Yeah. I'm tired of people saying stuff about her too, but just because she chooses to get into fashion and different things, that does not mean that she's not focused on her craft either.
Right.
I wouldn't be saying this if a man was doing it. So I'm confused why you're saying this.
Because they always got to nitpick something. Always.
But
what is?
This is amazing. And for her to be the first, shouts to Angel. Continue to do what you're doing. And that's a beautiful thing. I'll have to watch her run, walk the runway.
Facts. We love off the court activities, especially when you get in that check. Come on now.
Moving on. Also want to give a shout out to Aaliyah Boston. I thought I missed some comments on Instagram. Aaliyah Boston, she is finalizing a deal. This was a few weeks ago, so the deal actually may be finalized now. She was finalizing a deal to return to NBC Sports and Peacock this fall.
Mm-hmm.
And she would be serving as a studio analyst and possible game analyst for Big Ten college basketball coverage, sources say. And just to give y'all a reminder, in 2023, she made her broadcast debut as a studio analyst for Peacock's Big Ten women's college basketball coverage during the 2023-2024 season. I think that she does an amazing job, actually, as a broadcaster.
Oh, yeah.
She does a good job.
She does. Absolutely. I love, and that's what essentially, right, we were talking about with Asia, talking about reporters should actually have some type of skin in the game. Yeah, this is what we're talking about.
That's a good way to bring it all together. But absolutely. So I guess be on the lookout for Aaliyah. Y'all are going to see her. We're all going to see her. College season is here. We're in preseason. It's going to be a lit season for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, she did a great job. She does a good job. She does. She does a good job. So shouts to Aaliyah Boston. We love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to move into college sports news, your face, /NIL news.
Yo, because this is crazy.
It is crazy. But, yo, Brittany, do you want to talk a little bit about, don't bet? What is it? Don't bet on it?
Yes.
So
they terrorized us. Yes, back when I was in college, I'm gonna just be honest. I feel like my school got, I don't know, picked on, if you want to say, like from having to do drug tests, to doing things like this. The don't bet on it campaign was so thoroughly pushed down our throats when I was in school. I this is why I hate gambling to this day. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it put so much trauma into my like psyche because they made us sit through so many presentations in that locker room. And I'm just like, yo, I will probably never gamble in my life because of how much they scarred me. And to know now that they've put in rules that allow this to take place is absurd to me, Shantae.
it's kind of crazy, right?
Absurd.
Yeah. It's wild. So now, yes, like Brittany said, they've done a huge turn. They've taken on a different approach, and they have different opinions now when it comes to betting. When it with student athletes, collegiate athletes, now collegiate athletes, and I believe coaches can bet on pro sports teams.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy. So yeah, last Wednesday, the D1 Administrative Committee adopted legislation that would allow athletes to wager on games at the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, and other pro levels. The D2 and D3 committees must also approve the rule change later this month for it to go into effect. The NCAA prohibition against betting on college sports and sharing information about college competitions with other bettors remains in place, which I think is important, right? Because I did just see a recent article about two players that have lost their eligibility completely because they bet on the game in which they played in.
Right.
That is craziness. And then was altering their performance. Yeah, basically. So yeah, the NCAA, the administrative committee was clear in its decision that it remains concerned about the risk associated with all forms of sports gambling, but ultimately voted to reduce the restrictions on student athletes in this area to better align with their campus peers. That's what they're saying. Like Jen said, since everybody's doing it, seriously, what is happening? So yeah,
yes, Pete Rose. Yes, that is correct.
So yeah, before the change, athletes, coaches, and staff members could not wager on professional sports that also are sponsored by the NCAA. That includes football, basketball, hockey, baseball, golf, and tennis. There is a school of thought that more permissible athlete gambling simply creates more problems, not fewer. You think? That was the school of thought Brittany was just describing. So, let's not act silly here, because that was what y'all was shoving down all of our throats at one point. I don't want to hear about the integrity of the game when they've allowed the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Bingo, Spendoc.
Drop the mic.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to give y'all an update about that. Mm-hmm. The ties are they're changing. Now you can bet. That's sick. I want to see how that turns out at the end of this year. They're announcing it at the top of the basketball season. Thoughts and prayers, T's and P's, because I don't know. I don't.
T's and P's for real.
T's and P's. Moving on.
Yeah.
Tech news. Wimbledon. They're replacing line judges.
Yo, that's crazy.
They replacing them.
I never thought I'd seen the day.
They're done, which is all right. I'm laughing, but it's not funny because people are obviously going to be losing jobs, and this is the result of tech. Sometimes
AI.
This is what happens. Like, which is whack because this is going to eliminate 300 jobs from the yearly tournament. That's a lot of jobs.
They cutting costs too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Cutting costs and cutting positions.
Yeah. The line
bringing in AI. Wow. Didn't we talk about AI coming and disrupting? Didn't we say that?
Yes.
We didn't think it was going to do this, huh?
The line judges?
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Y'all taking away line judges?
Yeah, they're done. So the line judges at All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club have made their last call. Wimbledon's historic venue announced Wednesday that the championships in 2025 will be played with live automated electronic line calling, ending a 147-year tradition. Wimbledon joins the U.S. Open and Australian Open as the other majors currently employing the system. They use it. The French Open is now the only tennis major that hasn't adopted it.
Oh, wow.
And this was first introduced at the 2020 U.S. Open.
So it's been here for 5 years already.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't know nothing about it. Yeah, my dad also complains about the umpires in baseball. Something about they can't do replays, and something about they added that recently. I don't know, but yeah, baseball needs some tweaking. They need to implement something where they need some technology for sure to cause yeah, the umpires no. Yeah. Gotta go. But yeah, that's tech news. Last, talking about culture. One of our friends, Suede, photographer, started his own venture. I love this. BX Exposure. So, you know, we are from the Bronx, both of us. We ooze the Bronx through our pores. And Suede is just one of the many characters that we've found along our journey in the Bronx. We met Suede in Miami, right? During Art Basel.
That's exactly, yes. He was like doing taking photos.
He actually was one of the photographers at the Every Deserves. You remember that event?
Yes.
He put us onto that actually.
Yes, he did. So having like a yoga event or something.
Yep. So he shot that. Shout out to our shooter, Brittany. Who introduced us to Suede. Brittany's like our, I would say, liaison, our entertainment liaison. She knows all the people in production. So just wanted to shout out Suede. Suede, what's up, my guy? I feel like he was also a part of the some exhibition that just passed. So I really wish I had time to get to these things, but just kind of wanted to congratulate him on opening up his own. I believe it's a dark room, so he's
film lab. He's
gonna be teaching.
I love it.
And doing the same things that he does at the
in Brooklyn.
He's bringing it to the Bronx. So
yes, and I love that. I love that this is yet another outlet for kids in the Bronx to like get creative. And this is something like he's like extreme. I feel like saying extremely good is just downplaying his art. But please check him out. Please go check out I think they're calling it B Exposure on Instagram.
Yes.
The B Exposure. And yeah, it's gonna be on the Grand Concourse, which if you don't know, you know, it's Grand Concourse. It's on
that's
Grand
a New York. That's a Bronx staple. Like,
yeah.
If you don't know what the Grand Concourse is, then are you really from the Bronx?
No.
Because it's just as much as a staple as Fordham Road is. Like
that is true.
Someone told me the other day that Fordham Road is the Beverly Hills of the Bronx. I say,
cut it out. That's a lie. Who said that? Who said that? The Beverly Hills? We don't know what they're talking about. See, that's how I feel. Because I remember Fordham Road being Jux City. Yeah, the Beverly Hills is crazy.
They said the Beverly Hills Rodeo Drive of
were they from the Bronx?
I think
Jody said, whoa.
Yeah.
Because the Rodeo Drive.
I said, what are y'all talking about?
No, it's not. It never has been. No disrespect to Fordham either, because whatever. But season
that made me laugh.
Walking.
Yeah.
Walking up the hill, walking down the hill.
Fordham Road is stick up street. What?
Jody said in what year maybe. But Jody, what year was it? and that's me being front. Maybe I don't know. Because in our day, dang, we sound old as hell, but we're not.
Never.
Back in our day?
Never. I might have seen it on Twitter. Somebody was saying that. I'm like, yeah, you ain't from the Bronx. You just saying stuff.
Prior to us being born, yeah. Jody said prior to us being born. Yeah, that's probably the last time. Because I ain't see it. So that's correct. Whoever, you actually need to send that to me.
I gotta see. I gotta find it, man. It's something that passed on your timeline and you just be like, what?
Yeah, because what? That's gonna stick with me. The Rodeo Drive?
Yeah,
well, now it's gentrified, so now it looks different.
I haven't been to Fordham Road in a little bit, so I don't know.
Yo,
I remember.
Yes.
Jimmy Jazz for sure.
Yo, the funniest stories is correct. Oh my goodness. I have a story from there too. I have a few stories. I don't like Fordham Road. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Fordham.
Jody said I'm there daily. It's very much not kept up. Remember I told you my mother's car got hit on Fordham?
Yes.
And what I did?
Yes. We're not gonna bring that to the street. Remember,
it's Fordham Road.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Show. That's our show, y'all.
That was funny, Brittany. You funny for bringing that up. But that's the show. We covered a lot.
We sure did, y'all. Hope I kept my rants to a minimum today.
You did.
Because y'all know I can. Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna share that another time.
That's a paywall episode.
We need to do a story time.
Yeah, Bronx story time. Jesus.
Jody said that was a good positive note to end on. Yeah.
For shizzle. Just to cap it up, y'all. If y'all on Twitter, please make sure y'all following us again. Shantae has told me that I'm doing a freestyle at 1K. So if
get
y'all
us to
help
1K, please.
To 1K, then
I want to be shocked like the rest of y'all. Please get us to 1K.
Look. I'm this very low expectations. Y'all better have very low expectations for me when I do this freestyle, because yes, I'm hip hop, I'm BX, but I'm not a rapper.
I think you could do it because you're a writer.
I'm gonna need to go look at rapper per rapper for a little bit and get my
writer.
Get my confidence up a little bit. But
get us to 1K, y'all, so we can all just wait and see what she come up with, please.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to be a good sport. Okay? Trying to be a good sport. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all as always for tuning in. This was episode 107. Please make sure y'all following us on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, everything. Tell a friend. All right. We appreciate y'all as always. And y'all be hearing from us soon.
Yes. Peace, y'all.
Peace.